guys, picked up a new item for a project. This is the DROK micro DC voltage converter. This is 10 to 32 volts in and 35 to 60 volts out. This is a step up inverter. Get a quick look at it here. It's a double-sided board, nice and clean, good solder, and a couple of ICs there. You got your heat sinks that are soldered in, which I would have preferred if they were screwed in. If you want to put bigger heat sinks on, you gotta go through all the trouble of desoldering them, but that's alright. There's your adjustment pot for the voltage. The only thing it doesn't have is an adjustment pot for the amps. I think the maximum amp draw is 5 amps, 5 to 6 amps, so we'll see about that. And that's about it. Just a connector there. It's clearly printed out where the voltages are and where the input and output is. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to, set it up and see if we can charge my battery pack with this. Okay, we have a setup here. It's an HP server power supply. Wire over there, and our default voltage is 49. Put you here, and just dial it in. My pack voltage, well, the maximum is about, let's say 56 volts. Round it off there, 56.9. See if that works. Okay, we'll try 56.9. I might have to dial it up a bit more. And we'll put the voltage meter on the pack just to see if it starts to jump up at all. The pack's at 53.5. The regulator or the booster is cold. Hopefully I got this right, because if I don't, well, just to note one thing, you should have an input and an output, you should have a fuse, so just to be safe. And no boom. Okay, the voltage is going up. So let's let it sit for a bit. Okay, the one side is like, whoa, okay. Test complete. Plug that. This side here, closest to the green capacitor, is like super hot, so we need a little active cooling before we continue. Okay guys, I ended up putting a server fan on it. It's throwing a lot of air. And I used 2 pieces of wire just to anchor it down because the fan wanted to take off. So what we'll do is we'll plug it back in and let it run for a while. See if it stays cooler. There it goes. You can hear the load on that power supply. So let's see how that goes. Well, the heatsink is warm, but it's within a safe range. Voltage is going up. Power supply is getting warm. This setup here would work for charging the battery. As you can see, it's climbing pretty fast. Okay guys, well, it ran for about maybe 20 minutes and the voltage was stepping up like I showed you. And then as it was sitting there, all I did was move it a bit, and all of a sudden it went under an extreme load. The fan went slower, and then all of a sudden I heard a pop. So I don't know if it was static damage or what, but just by looking at it. This resistor here, I don't know if that's the shunt, but that melted off. I put it back on to test it again. And I also noticed this IC here, there's a little burn mark on it. I'll show you under the microscope. But I have a feeling that the issue you're going to have even with a fan is it's not the fact that the heatsink's too small, it's the other fact that it gets so hot that it can't transfer the heat to the heatsink fast enough to cool it. So the active cooling idea did work. It kept the heatsink cool, but the actual IC is likely fried. So what we're going to do is going to take it apart and do a little autopsy on it. Okay, well, I have gone over it a bit. That was the IC that failed. There's that one there, the surface mount one. And there's no reason why it should have. I've tested both of these on these two ICs here, and they're still good. So I'm guessing what's happened here is this one, it gets a little bit hot, like under constant 5 amp draw. This one generates a little bit of heat, which is no heat sink or active cooling on it, so it failed. And when it failed, it shorted this one out, which in turn made that shunt or resistor fall off. But it happened quite quickly. And now when you have it under load, it only has about 11 volts out, and it's not adjustable, so it's toast. I can't replace that. This one I probably could have replaced, but not that. So that's the end of that testing. I left a few pictures on the video to show you what exactly happened. It just shows a nice little pin mark hole. There's a hole about the size of a pin in the IC, so it's done. It's too bad. It was working pretty good. I have to tell you, a little bit higher end, it would charge the battery no problem. It was doing a good job until it died. So there.